Hey you guys, it's me Gemstone at tarotfreehealing.com. I hope you guys are doing really well. This is the monthly reading and it is for Cancer. And we're going to see what is showing up for you guys in the month of August. Starting with your finances, Cancer, you have the Two of Pentacles. I like that, Two of Pentacles. She's like a belly dancer. Love that. And then you have the Six of Wands. Six of Swords, and then you have you have it too, Ten of Wands. So what I see for work and finances for you is you were once in a position, or this could be you at the beginning of August, or what you're feeling right now, where you could manage certain things, you could manage certain finances properly. You were able to moderate things in your life, maybe even to commit to a budget of some kind, or being able to balance finances. That's for some of you. Some others, it's like you were trying, maybe you find it a bit difficult to really get to grips with things, but you were trying to do that. But then it's like you it's like things were manageable at one point, but you're heading towards a situation where things are going to become too much for you, where you're taking on far too many things. For some of you guys, you may have more than one job that you're working, and maybe you're finding that, in the beginning things were a bit more manageable, but now the workload is becoming either unbearable or is becoming so difficult for you that it's almost like you're trying to get through things, you're still trying to stay committed to the role that you're playing, but then it is very difficult. um what I kind of see for you is, um it also could be a case of maybe you were trying to stay on top of bills and payouts as well, and maybe that's become difficult. Like, I don't know, especially like there's the way some credit cards and things can be, like maybe you were paying a certain amount but it was like not that much, and then maybe you started to see that, the amounts were starting to mound, maybe because you wasn't paid maybe a large enough sum every month, you know because of interest or all that kind of stuff. So it could be that kind of vibe as well. But there's kind of this theme in your cards where you're starting off where things are just, you're able to grasp things. Like, you can see she's dancing with just these two pentacles, one in each hand. But then by the end of it, it's like everything has become, like, just all on top of you. Like, you're carrying so much stuff, you're dealing with so many things. And so it's kind of saying that you have to prioritize things. That's another thing. You may have to prioritize things, basically work on what is most important. Or it could be a case of maybe you have to organize your finances in a way that you're able to cope with things a bit better. But some kind of organization, some kind of restructuring of finances, or the way you're handling things, has to be adopted, because I almost feel like you can get yourself in maybe an even worse financial bind if you don't create some kind of system or a payment plan, or something where it kind of organizes things in a better way. So this might be a really good time to maybe even to sit down with some kind of financial advisor, or this could be maybe a really good time for you to just have all your bills and your statements and everything in front of you, for you to kind of look things over and basically see how much maybe you're paying on things, or what is required of you, and then being able to kind of structure your payments or your bills and everything according to a way that you can manage things a bit better. Also, some unexpected maybe financial hiccups may come about as well. Like, maybe for some of you guys, you may have a car that breaks down or something like that, especially with the Six of Swords in the middle. Maybe something breaks down, and then that's where the finances, come in, and or maybe an appliance breaks and you have to pay for that. So there might be maybe unexpected costs that end up coming to you in August as well, that kind of make things a little bit more difficult. So yes. Or even for some of you guys, you may have either relocated or moved to a place that's much more expensive, or more expensive than you thought it was going to be, as well. So that could also be a reason. So, for those of you that are single, your cards are the, oh, that one, is it reversed? All right, it showed up reversed. This is the Two of Wands reversed with the Fool card. with the Emperor. So I don't usually read reversals, but I don't know. I usually go by what I feel. I kind of feel like this one wants to kind of stay reversed, so I'm just kind of leaving it as it is. Um, what I kind of see here is with the Fool in the middle, then the Emperor, and this Two of Wands. The Two of Wands generally, if it's right up, it can represent maybe things that can come to you. But to me, this card is a bit like when you have a vision, something that you're focused on or that you want, but you don't really quite have it yet, but you have the power to be able to get it. It's like the world is at your feet. You're able to, have things provided, uh, like to have things around you, but then it's not that you've really gone for it as yet. You're still really contemplating things to a certain extent. um or it could mean the second step in a process as well. um but then when it's reversed, it's kind of saying that that kind of energy is either stuck or stifled. So you either could be saying that maybe you kind of have been feeling, if you want to be in a relationship, maybe you've been feeling like the people that you're into or the type that you usually go for isn't really available to you. Or maybe you've been feeling like you're being approached by the wrong kind of people, individuals that you don't really want to be around. Could be the case as well. Or maybe relationships just haven't quite gone the way that you wanted them to. Maybe you have been dating, but it just hasn't quite worked out the way you want it to. The Fool card is telling you to kind of go out and have fun with things. Don't take things too seriously. Even if things have gone wrong, even if you haven't met your match quite yet, even if you've been dating and nothing has really come of it, it's kind of telling you to enjoy the process and just kind of be carefree with it. A lot of the time when we're enjoying ourselves, that's usually when we have the opportunity to really bring in something that actually does work for us. So it's kind of telling you to sort of stay upbeat and also just have fun being you, and use this as an opportunity to have more adventures, to have more fun, to engage in new activities, different things around you. The Emperor is kind of telling you that for some of you, somebody could be coming into your life that could be a better suited. The Emperor is a person that usually is quite serious about their intentions and what they want, which is very different to the Fool, where the Fool is like wants to embrace new things. The Emperor is more like he kind of wants the same old, and like he would more represent in a relationship a person that wants something stable, and wants something that has a future involved. So you may have started out again not meeting the kind of person that you want to meet, not having them available to you, and then while you're out kind of having fun with things and embracing something new, you do meet somebody that is looking for something serious with you, or that wants some kind of future or something like that. So you could be meeting somebody or speaking to somebody that is wanting to settle down. Whether you want to settle down with them is something else. I kind of feel for some of you Cancers, you may be actually happy being single and you may not actually want to settle down right now with this individual. Or maybe you're going to feel like they're trying to move things too fast, maybe faster than you want things to go. Maybe you're just still in the frame where you just still want to have a good time and you don't quite want to settle right now. Or even maybe you're kind of feeling like this person doesn't have everything that you're really looking for, especially with this card showing up first. So they may think that you're a good match, but do you think that they're a good match is the question. So that's what I see for you guys. um so let's see, in terms of for those of you that are in relationships, let's see what the cards show for you, Cancer. If you're in a relationship, you have the Strength card with the King of Swords, with the Page of Swords. So let me just to clarify these two Swords cards. Let me see. I pick another one too. Oh, the Eight of Pentacles is just to clarify the two Swords Court cards. And so this reading could be speaking to those of you that are with an air sign person. So if you're with a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius, the Strength card is saying that you have been having some issues with this partner, basically. Especially because the Strength card is right next to this King of Swords, and the King of Swords is in the middle. So I kind of feel like it could represent maybe some kind of arguments or disagreements that you've been having with your partner. Maybe you're kind of feeling that your partner there's something to do, I'm kind of sensing, with your partner's judgment. I don't know if you question your partner's judgment about certain things, or whether they question your judgment, or whether they're the type that feel that they're always right, or feel like they have the answer for everything. Maybe you kind of feel that maybe your opinion in some kind of ways isn't being listened to so much. But I kind of feel like there is some kind of misunderstanding between the two of you in terms of maybe what you require. Maybe maybe you feel like, you want to be listened to, you want your opinion to be considered, and maybe you're just not getting that, and it's kind of creating issues between the two of you, or power struggles. That's kind of what I'm really feeling for cancers when you're in a relationship. I kind of feel like there's an issue of power struggles that is kind of going on here. And so the King of Swords, it can represent a person that is a bit judgmental, a person that kind of may come off a bit cold, not as compassionate as you, maybe not as affectionate as you. It doesn't mean that they're not as loving, or that they don't love you in the same way, to the same degree that you love them. But it's just that they kind of show it in a very different way, and that might also cause a conflict, because maybe you kind of feel that they don't show you as much compassion or affection as you might be wanting or needing. And the Page of Swords is kind of saying that maybe you guys have to really address this in dialogue. You have to really talk about things to really work through things. The page can also represent a child, so I feel like it can represent that there's a need to have some kind of fresh perspective in your relationship. It could represent a childlike energy, so I don't know if a child is kind of affecting a relationship situation as well. Um, Especially if maybe you have a partner that has a child that isn't your child, that there might be some issues there as well. Maybe you feel like your partner chooses their child over you in some kind of way, and maybe especially when there's disagreements or when you have issues, maybe they tend more to lean towards their child side than they do your side. um but whatever it is, I feel like it can be worked out once it's really clarified and it's really discussed um in in uh in a way that can get you guys to really talk honestly about the issues that you're feeling, what is going on with you internally. And so I kind of see that you guys are going to try and work things out, and you are going to keep on going. Whatever issues you're having isn't going to separate you guys. It's just a bump in the road, but you're going to keep on working on things, so you're not going anywhere, and neither is your partner. So, and neither would their child if there's a child involved. So it's kind of saying you guys just have to work on things and give it a second go around. So let's see what your spiritual cards have for you, Cancer. Your spiritual cards is the Four of Pentacles with the King of Cups with the Knight of Swords. So what I see for you guys is, yeah, again, I kind of feel like these cards are kind of mirroring the issues I was kind of seeing for those of you that are in relationships, where there's you in the middle, which is the King of Cups. So that could represent Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, but I feel like that's you. And then a Knight, again with a swords kind of energy, is coming for the King of Cups. So I kind of feel like, I don't know if there's going to be plenty of arguments or things that you're going to be going through, even if you're in a relationship or not, or feeling like under attack in some kind of way. Somebody's trying to threaten your position in some kind of way. But I kind of feel like you're not going to engage with them on the level that they're engaging with you. Like I don't feel like, I feel like if a person was coming towards you with aggression, you're not gonna do the same back to them. because you're a lover and you're not a fighter, okay? So basically what I see with this Pentacles card is, on a spiritual level, like that card can represent when you want everything to sort of stay the same, and it's kind of stuck and it's not different, it's not changed in any kind of way. And then with you being in the middle, it's kind of saying maybe you're happy with that kind of thing. You're happy with the things that make you feel secure right now, and you don't want to lose it, and you don't want it to be any different than what it is. That's what I was kind of feeling for those of you that are in relationships. You don't want to lose your partner even though you're having problems. You don't want things to change around you, even if you're single or you're in a relationship. You kind of want everything to be just as it is. You want things to stay the same. And there could be a Knight of Swords, this person coming in that is trying to maybe get you to change or get you to step out of your comfort zone, getting you to be different. But it's almost like you're looking towards this other person and you're thinking, but I'm happy the way I am. I'm happy with the way things are. I feel comfortable, and not only am I comfortable, but I've been this way for so long that it's almost like I've perfected the art of being a Cancer. Like, I've been a Cancer for all these years, and I'm just, it's like you don't want to be any different to what, this other person wants you to be. It could be because this is more representing an air kind of energy. Maybe a person wants you to be more air like maybe they feel like, maybe you're too dreamy, or you're too emotional, or you're too sensitive, or like, and they kind of want you to be different. But they have to kind of understand that you have a different approach to things. Everyone has a different approach to things. Even you guys as Cancers, like, yes, that is a bit of a generalization to say, oh, Cancers are sensitive and all this kind of stuff, because, that even varies, because it all depends on your astrological chart as well. And obviously different people have different planets in different places. So sometimes a person can be a Cancer but might behave in a completely different way, than maybe what is the stereotypical Cancer traits almost. So but I think that there might be an issue with somebody not respecting the fact that you are different to them, and so you guys have to kind of work that situation out. But I think on a spiritual level, you're good. Like, you kind of feel like you feel certain of yourself. You feel self assured. I feel like even if somebody was to feel like, okay, they want to impose in some kind of doubt in your mind, they couldn't if they wanted to, because again, you know who you are, you know the kind of person you are, so you're not going to get caught up in all that. So that's what I see for you, Cancer. So peace and many blessings to you. I'll be seeing you. Bye.